I'm your teacher, Augustus Lausch, and today we are going to be discussing something quite interesting. You guys know you have been following this for some time, the World Cup. We're going to be talking about the World Cup. Now, are you interested in learning some of the vocabularies we use when we're talking about World Cup? Then call your brother, your auntie, your sister, or your friends. Let us all have a nice watch party as we learn a little bit of Mandarin, a little bit of Chinese Mandarin. 好的，你们给我1分钟，我分享屏幕。Allow me to share my screen, please, and we can begin today's class. Okay. How 预示中共。将请基本上不能翻进去。好的，你们看见我的屏幕吗 ？Can you guys see my screen？ 你们看见我的屏幕吗 ？I hope so. Type for me in the chats if you can see my screen. 你看见我的屏幕吗 ？Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? 你看见我的屏幕吗 ？Can you see my screen? 你看见我的屏幕吗 Okay. So if you guys can see my screen, then we can begin today's class. So now look at the title that we have here. 国际足联世界杯。国际足联世界杯。Very good. So here, there are some words that I want you guys to pay attention to. The first word is this word, 国际. 国际. Now, if you guys have been following us for some time, then you know that the word 国 means country. 国 means country. Now, the word 国际 means international. International. Something international is 国际. Now, let us come again to this word 世界. 世界. Now, 世界什么意思？世界 means the world. The world. Now, the word 杯 or 杯子 is a cup. A cup. So, 国际足联世界杯. So, 世界杯 World Cup. 世界杯 World Cup. So, 国际足联世界杯 the FIFA World Cup. The FIFA World Cup. Now, do you guys like watching what's it called? Football competitions? Are you guys interested in such kind of things? Are you football fans? If you are, then join us today as we learn a little bit about this. So I hope you guys can remember the first word we've looked at today is 世界杯. So now let us look at this. So 世界杯, let us look. So today, now onto my first slide, we're going to look at a few of the mashua. Some of the words that we're going to see in as I explain some of these words. The first word is 开始. 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 Now, I hope you guys are saying this with me wherever you are at home. 开始. Now, 开始什么意思？开始 is to start, to begin. kuanza 是这个意思。It means to start, to begin. So, 开始 start, begin. And now we have also 结束。结束。结束. Now, 结束 is to end. 开始 to start, 结束 to end, 结束 to end, 开始 to start, 结束 to end. 非常好. Now we have this word 举办 举办 or 举行 举办 举办 means to hold, to conduct. Like, so you guys can tell me which country is hosting the World Cup this year. If you know, maybe you can let me know. So Now, with these few words, let us see some of the things that we're going to now. Let's go to the first sentence that we're going to look at today. Now, guys, wherever you are at home, please make sure you are reading the sentences with me. Remember that Chinese is a tonal language. So if you don't pronounce your tones properly, you may not be meaning what you think you mean. So please make sure you practice the pronunciation of the things that I'm saying often. Okay, so the first sentence, we are seeing it here. It is 2022. 2022. Now the word nian means year. So the year 2022. Now, how do we read years in Chinese? We read all the numbers individually. So for instance, in English, I guess we would have said 2022. 2022. So in Chinese, the years are read every number individually. So now the number 2 is R, and the number 0 is Liang, R, Liang. Awesome. So this year will be read R, Liang, R, Lian. The year 2022, R, Liang, R, Lian. Very good. And now we have already looked at this word, Shi Jie Bei. Shi Jie Bei. Now we already said that the word Shi Jie Bei, Shi Jie Bei is the World Cup. Is the World Cup. 非常好. So Shi Jie Bei. So 2022年世界杯11月20日开始了. Now, 什么意思? So in 2022, in the year 2022, 世界杯. Now you already said that the word 世界杯是什么? The World Cup. Now, 11月 11. The word the 月 means month. So the 11th month. The 11th month. Which is the 11th month? November. So 11月 November. Then the word 日 means day. So 20日 the 20th day. The 20th day. So on the 11th month, the 20th day. Now we have already said that the word 开始是什么? 开始 is to begin, to start. Very good. Then we have the word here, 结束. We already said that the word 结束 means to end. Now, do you remember the words 月 and 日? We just say them right now. 月 is the month, 日 is the day. So, 2022年世界杯11月20日开始了. Can you type for me in the chat if you understood? If you followed with me, can you? That's what you think that I'm trying to say. That 2022年世界杯11月20日开始了. So can you type for me in the chats? Type for me in the chats what you think that I need. Then 12月 the 12th month. 18日 the 18th day. 结束. Now we've already said that the word 结束 means to end. 开始 to start. 结束 to end. So now, very good. I'm trying to look at you guys and what you guys are saying in the chat. So type for me in the chats, guys. I want to see what you guys are saying about this. So then I can translate. I hope you guys were able to get it right. In 2022, the World Cup is began on the 11th month, the 20th day. So the 20th of November. And on the 12th month, the 18th day, it's going to come to an end. So 2022年世界杯11月20日开始了 12月18日结束 So it started in 20th of November, and it's going to come to an end on the 18th of December. Very good. Now, can you guys remember what we said? 举办是什么? Juban. Yes, sir. What does this word Juban mean? So we said Juban is to hold, to conduct. It is to hold, to conduct. Very good. So when I say this, so 2022年世界杯在. Now, if you have been following us for a while, this word 是在, you should know them by now. They are. Zai is in, on, or at. It's a location word that is used for showing where something or somebody is. So Zai Nali, where is it held? Type for me in the chats if you know where this year's World Cup is held. Zai Qatar. Zai Qatar. So in Qatar, it was held in Qatar. Now this is how we say Qatar in Chinese. Qatar. Very good. So this is where the World Cup this year was held in Qatar. Now, have you been to Qatar before? Have you been to Qatar before? Maybe you can tell me. So they are the ones that ban this year's, ban this year's 世界杯 this year's World Cup is being held in Qatar. It's being held in Qatar. 非常好. Now, let us continue and learn a few more vocabulary. Now we have this one, 支持. Now, 支持是什么? 支持 is to support, to root for. Now, if you have been following us for a while, then this word 支持 it should not be new to you, because we looked at this word 支持 when we were looking at the elections as well. When we were looking at the elections, we looked at the word 支持 and 支持者. Now, 支持 is to support, to root for. So you guys can tell me who you 支持 this year during the 世界杯. Very good. Now, we have this second word we're going to look at. 历史最佳. The word 历史 means history. The word 最 means the most. Jia is like excellent. Now, 历史最佳 if you guys are familiar with the English slang, we usually call them the goat. Now, when we say the goat, of course, we don't mean the animal goat. The goat, the G-O-A-T. It's an acronym that stands for greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. They are most amazing. So if you're rooting for a singer, an actor, sometimes you usually say he is the goat. He is the goat. He is the greatest of all time. So in Chinese, how do we express this? We say 历史最佳. 历史最佳. Very good. Now, the word 队, it means a team. So for instance, we can say Arsenal, 队, Manchester City, 队. This word 队, it means a team. Very good. And then the last word we're going to look at today is, not the last word we're going to look at today, but rather for this slide is 冠军. Now, who is a 冠军? This is a champion. A champion is called a 冠军. 非常好. 冠军, a champion. Very good. Now, I hope you guys have been saying these words with me. Very interesting words indeed. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I hope you guys are going to write for me in the chats according to what you guys, or according to what I'm asking you. Now, we've looked at the word 支持. Now, we already said that the word 支持 is to support, to root for. So let me ask you this. 你支持哪个国家? 你支持哪个国家? Now, we already said that the word 国是什么? Country. 你支持哪个国家? Which country do you root for which country are you rooting for in this year's World Cup? So maybe you guys can tell me. Type for me in the chat. If you're a football fan, which team are you rooting for? 非常好啊，你支持哪个国家 ？Very good. 你支持哪个国家 ？Now I'm not going to tell you which one I 支持。I'm not going to tell you. Maybe I'll tell you towards the end of the video. So you wait towards the end of the video and you can know 支持哪个国家。But for now, type for me in the chats which country are you rooting for in this year's 世界杯 in this year's World Cup. Ah, 不好意思，今天看起来我的什么？不好意思，看起来我的网络不那么稳定啊，不那么稳定。好啊，我再共享吧，好啊，你们给我1分钟。现在看清楚吗？ Can you guys see the screen now? So we can continue. So 你支持哪个国家 ？Which country are you rooting for? Write for me in the chats, please. 很好。Now, if I say 我支持法国队，我支持法国队。Now I've already said that this word 队 is a team. Now the word 法国is France. The country France is called 法国. So when I say 法国队, then this is the team of the France team, the France national football team. So 我支持法国队. As I said, you can as well say 我支持 Kenya 队. If Kenya was competing in the World Cup, then you could support us as well, 对不对？ So 我支持法国队，很好。So 法国队。So remember we said Arsenal 队 Manchester City 队. That is how you express the team of that team, the team. So 法国队, this is the France national team. So now we already said that this word 是 means is. 法国队是历史上最佳的 very good. Now remember we said 历史最佳什么意思？历史最佳 it means the GOAT, the greatest of all time. So when I ask you 你支持哪个国家 which country do you support? And then you say 我支持法国队 I support the French team. I support the team from France. I support the French team. 法国队 the French team 是 is what? 历史上最佳的 It is the greatest of all times. It is the greatest of all time. It is the GOAT. So the 法国队 is the GOAT, is the 历史上最佳的 very good. So 法国队是历史上最佳的 So whenever you want to say somebody is the greatest or whoever you're supporting, 你支持 I don't know, any celebrity or any whatever that you support, if maybe you're into Formula One and you're those guys who you think Lewis Hamilton is the sun, moon, and stars, he is the GOAT, he is the greatest, then you can say Lewis Hamilton 是历史上最佳的 历史上最佳的 he is the GOAT, he is the greatest of all time. Very good. And how? So now, do you guys remember we said that the word 冠军什么意思？冠军是什么？冠军 we said that the word 冠军 it means a champion. A champion is called a 冠军. Now, a little World Cup trivia. Who won the World Cup 2018? 2018, who won the World Cup in 2018? Please tell me about this. Who won the World Cup in the year 2018? Of course, so now I can give you the answer. It was the Farquhar. It was the Farquhar. So maybe that's why I'm saying that it is they are the Li Shishang Zui right? They are the greatest of all times. Well, I'm not saying that they are the ones who are Jichi. I'm not saying that they are the ones I'm supporting. But as I said, remain towards the end of the video and I will tell you which team I support, and how. So what am I saying? I am saying that Farquhar. So look at this. Now, do you guys remember the rule of thumb that we were talking about when we're talking about saying the years in Chinese? We said you say every number individually. Now, R, Ling, E, Ba, Nian. So 2018, the year 2018, we say what? 2018年世界杯的冠军. Now, look at these guys. We already looked at the word 世界杯. 世界杯. This is the main word that we're looking at today. 世界杯是谁呀? 世界杯什么意思? 世界杯 is the World Cup. But remember, guys, if you have been following us for a minute, then you know that this word da is a possessive word. In English, it's maybe equivalent to the apostrophe S. For instance, if I'm saying something that belongs to Kenya, it's Kenya's. So we would say Kenya da. So this is 世界杯da. So it's something that belongs to the World Cup. So the World Cups what? Guanjun, and Guanjun, we're saying Guanjun Shamaisa, a champion. So 世界杯的冠军, the World Cup's champion, the person who became the champion, or rather the Dui that became the champion, the Guanjun in the World Cup 2018. 2018年世界杯的冠军是什么？是法国队，是法国队。It was the French team. In the year 2018. 世界杯的冠军 the champions were the 法国队. Now, at that time, did you support the French team? Were you rooting for them? Very good. Anyhow, so let's continue as we learn a little bit more, a few more new words. Now we have Jin, Xiao. I hope you guys are saying these words with me wherever you are at home. Jin, Xiao, Jin, Xiao, Jin, Xiao. Jin means to enter, Xiao is a ball. Now, we have done a YouTube live about football before. So if you have been following us for a minute, then you know. If you haven't, then we are going to tag that video below. And I hope you guys are going to go and watch that video as well, because we did look at a few football vocabularies in that other video. So if you have watched that video before, then you are familiar with this word, Jin, Xiao. So Jin is to enter, Xiao is a ball. Now, and if you have watched that video, can you tell me Hanyu Zamasho football? How do we say football in Chinese? Hanyu Zamasho football. Now, Jin Qiao is to score a goal. Go, Danny, Jegaisa. Jin Qiao. So you say, Jin Chola, tumefunga. Here in Kenya we say kufunga bao, Jega Jin Qiao is to score a goal. Now we have something here as well. Dian Qiao. Please guys say these words with me wherever you are at home. Dian Qiao. Now Dian Qiao shama is, now we've already looked at the word Qiao. It means a ball. So Dian Qiao shi shama. Dian Qiao is the penalty kick. The penalty kick is called Dian Qiao. Very good. Now, if you guys are football fans, then you know football is divided into two, the first half and the second half. Now, how do we call the first half? We call it Shang Ban Chang. Guys, the word ban, this word ban, it means half, half. So shang, ban, chang is the first half. This is the first half. And then what about the second half? We call it xia, ban, chang. Xia, ban, chang. This is the second half. Very good. I hope you guys are saying these words with me wherever you are. I hope you guys are saying these words with me. So let's look at how to use some of these words in example sentences. And wherever you are, remember we say, always feel free to write your own example sentences, send it to us, and then we can give you some corrections. We can correct you. We can help you try to form as many sentences as you can with these newly learned words. And then we can try to correct you. That will really come a long way in helping your Chinese improve. Now, shang, ban, chang. We've already said that this word shang, ban, chang, shang, ban, chang is the first half. The first half. So shang, ban, chang, da shi ho, da shi ho. Whenever you see this word, da shi ho, it means during, or when that particular activity was happening. So during. So shang, ban, chang, da shi ho. During the first half. 上半场的时候 during the first half 法国队 what have we said? We are going to be saying this 法国队 but remember we don't have to say 法国 just means France, the French team. The French team. Remember, this word, the dway, is the main word that I want you guys to learn. So you can say Arsenal dway, Manchester City dway, Manchester United dway, Liverpool dway. Any team is called a dway. So when I say 法国队, the French team. So 上半场的时候 during the first half, 法国队进球了。上半场的时候，法国队进球了。他们进球了。Now we say that this word 进球什么意思？进球 is to score a goal. So 上半场的时候，法国队进球了。So during the first half, what did the French team do? They scored a goal. They scored a goal. 非常好，他们进球了，他们进球了，非常好。They scored a goal. 很好。Now, what about 下半场？下半场 we said 下半场是什么意思？下半场 is the second half. 上半场，下半场。So 下半场的时候 we already said that the word 的时候什么意思？ During, when, or rather when that particular activity was happening. So 下半场的时候 during the second half, 下半场的时候 Cristiano, now I believe this is one of the most famous footballers, Cristiano Ronaldo 他做什么了？他罚进一个点球。 Now guys, can you remind me we said 点球什么意思？点球是什么？ We said that the word 点球 is a penalty kick. What you guys can see here in the in the picture. It's a 点球. We said that the word 点球是什么？点球 is the penalty kick. So 下半场的时候 during the second half, Cristiano 罚进，他罚进一个点球。aliingiza. We said that the word 进 is to enter. To enter. He scored 他进球了，他进球了。But not just a 进球, it was a 点球, a penalty kick. 所以他进，他罚进一个点球了。He scored one what? A penalty score, a penalty kick. He scored one of them. He scored alifunga bao during a penalty kick. 非常好，下半场的时候 he scored a penalty kick. 非常好，非常好。Now I hope you guys are taking note of all these newly words that we are learning right now. 好不好？好的。So let us continue. These are other new words. If you watch the other football the other video that we did on the football vocabulary, then these two words you should know them. Ying to win. Ying. So say it with me wherever you are at home. Ying, ying. And then we as well have shu, shu, shu. Shu is to lose. So we have ying and we have shu. I know 我们都喜欢赢，我们都不喜欢输. All of us like to win. We don't like to shu. We don't like to lose. Now, however, in football, there's something else that can happen, which is ping, 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 ping 是什么? Ping is to draw. If we go 1-1, then that is to draw. 2-2, that is to draw. 0-0, then that is also a draw. It is ping. So you can ying, you can shu, or you can ping. So either of these three are the jiagua. Now, we also have this word be, be, be. Now, what is this word be? Be is usually used when we are comparing. It is used for comparison. It is usually used for comparison. Now, be can also be used when you're using a ratio. A ratio. Now, guys, I believe all of us have gone through some small mathematics class. Now, in the mathematics class, we know what a ratio is. The thing that we put that colon between these two numbers there. So, for instance, if it's 2 and then 2, then so if the score was 2-2, then in Chinese we say R B R R B R. Now, please write this for me if you can remember. Then, if the score ended 1-0, can you tell me? Can you type for me in the chat? Then, how will we say that in Hanyu? That 1-0. How will we say that? So we will use the word be. We will use the word be. Now, we have just said that this word ban, when we're talking about 上半场, ban means half. So ban 决赛, we have this next word, ban 决赛. Ban 决赛 is the semi-finals. This is the semi-finals. The word 决赛is the finals, but this one is ban 决赛, the semi-finals. 决赛, it means the finals. The finals are called 决赛. Very good. So let's try and use this in example sentences. Remember, as I said, you can write your own example sentences and allow us to correct them for you. So please try to come up with your own example sentences. Please. So now let's look at the first one here that I came up with. 法国队. Now, we have said this in a lot of times in this class right now. 法国队. 什么意思? The French team. So look at how we are forming this sentence. 法国队在决赛. Now, my ancestors, always happening. Now, we already said that this word 在 什么意思? In, on, or at. It is a location word that is used to express where somebody or something is. In, on, or at. 在. So, 法国队在决赛. Now, we've already said that this word 决赛 什么意思? Finals. The finals and the semi-finals, Hanyu怎么说? 半决赛. Very good. So, 法国队在决赛. In the finals. The French team in the finals. 他们做什么? 他们赢了. Now we said 赢什么意思? To win. 赢 is to win. Ying is to win. Now, whenever you have the other dui after the word yingla, for instance, if I say Arsenal dui yingla Manchester City dui, Arsenal dui yingla Manchester City dui. What am I saying? Yes, Ying is to win. So they won Manchester City team. In this sense, I guess we would translate it, they defeated. They defeated. They won over. They won over the other team. So Arsenal dwe, Yingla Manchester City dwe, they defeated Manchester City. So in this case, we're saying what? Faguo dwe, zai jue sai. During the, or rather in the finals, Tamen Yingla. Yeah. Now I don't know if you guys watched the World Cup, the Bay in 2018. It was the finals. Who made it to the GSI? Who made it to the GSI? It was the Faguo, the French team, and the Dia, the Croatian team, right? So Tamen Yingla Dia Dui R. B, R. S is number 4. R is number 2. Remember we said you want to say 4-2. Walishinda 4-2. Walishinda 4-2. S, B, R. S, B, R. So what am I saying? Faguo dui zai jue sai yingla kaluo dia dui S, B, R. So what am I saying? The French team in the finals, they defeated the Croatian team 4-2. They defeated the Croatian team 4-2. 非常好，非常好. Now, have you guys been following this year's世界杯, this year's World Cup? Can you form a few sentences with the words that we've come up with today? Can you come up with a few sentences of your own using the vocabulary that we have learned today? Write those vocabularies in the chat box or in the comment section below and allow us to look over them, okay? Let us practice this Hanyu together. Otherwise, I'm very happy with the few things that we have learned. I know maybe they may not be all the things, but we will be increasing your knowledge as we go along. Now, however, if you are interested in learning the Chinese language, then I invite you to Discovery Chinese Cultural Center. We are located in Nairobi, Koinange Street. In the building, Ratansi Educational Trust building. This is a building that is positioned, is located opposite the Kemu House, which is on Koinange Street when you're going towards the UN, the Kemu House in Monrovia Street, in the junction of Monrovia Street and Koinange Street. This is where the Nakumite lifestyle used to be. Just the next building. It's called Ratansi Educational Trust building. We are located in 4th floor, room F33. And you guys are welcome to come and make any inquiries you need. You can, if you are interested in learning, what are you waiting for? Come and join us. We do have, even if you're not located in Nairobi, we do have online classes as well as physical classes. So you can enjoy the most out of learning in both of these classes. We as well have homeschooling classes if you are interested in this. And we do teach both adults and as well children for the YCT. And if you want more information on this, feel free to as well call. We also made a video on what YCT is and HSK. So feel free to also go through our videos to get more information on this. So you are welcome to make any inquiries you require or to begin learning with us. You can as well make your inquiries by calling the number on your screen or by sending us an email with this email on the screen. You can check out more information about us in our website, www.discoverychinese.com, or you can as well follow us on all our social media platforms, that is Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. We are in all of this, and we do drop some information in some of these social media platforms. You are welcome to follow us on this as well. Other than this, I have been your teacher today, Augustus Lausche, and it has been a privilege to be with you. Otherwise, thank you so much, guys, for joining us today. And I hope that you have learned one or two things. And I welcome you to. So I can see Veronica says, she supports the French team. I can see as well Sally is saying Argentina dui. Very good. Argentina dui. She supports the Argentina team. Very good. I can see as well Christine is saying okay, it seems France is a bit popular. Okay, so okay, for me personally, Brazil. Brazil. That's the team that I personally support. Brazil. Brazil, Okay, guys, so for today, we can end there for today. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. For now, we say 再见大家，谢谢你们，谢谢大家，再见，很好。